Okay, for Unit 2, Lesson 2, Code Practice 1. So what they're asking is for you to have a number inputted, and then from that input, you're going to print the previous three numbers. So I've got a variable, and I'm just going to use the variable num, N-U-M. We do that quite a bit. I have int here because this is an integer. It says to do an integer, and then the three previous integers. So it's an input statement. So as you know, we go input and open parentheses, then quote, enter a number, put a colon. We want a space, make sure there's a space there, close quote, close parentheses. So that's line 1 of our code. Open, open, close, close. So we got to have two sets of parentheses there. Okay, so our number is whatever. So let's say I put in the number 10. Then what three numbers do I want to print? Well, the three numbers prior to that are 9, 8, and 7. So line 2, I've got print. What do I do to 10 to get 9? Well, that's num minus 1. So if I put in 10, then the next number is going to print as 9. Do the same thing again, print num minus 2, because 10 minus 1 is 9, 10 minus 2 is 8, and of course then the last line will be print num 3. Okay, and that's plain and simple. That's all there is to this one. Putting them in order, and it's going to print. Put in a number, it'll take that number minus 1 and print it, the number minus 2, print it, and the number minus 3, and print it. Okay, so then Unit 2, Lesson 2, Code Practice 2, it's the directions say write a program that accepts two decimal numbers as input and outputs their sum. So I've got two input statements here. This one is X, this one's Y. Two inputs, two different variables. You can go X1, X2, number 1, number 2, just whatever you want to. Okay, but now we're taking decimals. On the previous lesson, we took an integer because it said it wanted integers, but now we want decimals, so we have to use the word float. Float means we're going to have decimals. So I open, open, close, close, float, open, input, open, quote, enter a decimal, colon, close, 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 quotes, close parentheses. Now, I want to print their sum. That means we're going to add them together. So all we have to simply do is print, open parentheses. We want to print their outputs, their sum. Okay, and so to do that, you're going to print string X. Whoops, messed that up. Don't put that there. String X plus Y, close parentheses, close parentheses. Okay, and that should work it through for us. Let me test it on mine. Okay, so I ran my code. Did the float input. I put in 3.2, and then I put in 4.6, and when I pressed print, it printed 7.8 because it printed the numbers as I asked for. Okay, again, the numbers I inputted, 3.2, and then 4.6. I added it together and gave me 7.8. Okay, so this is fairly easy. Let's look at another one. Okay, so I'm going to save these two videos as this. Remember, if we're doing an integer, we want int. If we're doing a string, if we want a decimal, we use the word float. And no matter how we do it, when we're printing straight out, we want to make sure we put a string right there. Okay? Hope you have a good day.